What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Take two! Because I forgot to unmute my mic, and that's my life. Anyways, spawning the right side of the map in the red color playing against Poseidon. His name is Matreiuss. His opponent today in the blue color playing as Odin. His name is GrandMonster. The map is Frozen Wastes. And this is best of five. We're in the best of five stages because it is the Voobly Champions League Season 2 playoffs. I hope you understand what that means. That means we've got 5 games potentially for you. Matreiuss taking that first game with some very, very nice, semi-fast, mythic shenanigans into Chimera. Beautiful play. Classic vintage Matreiuss. If you remember back to Season 1, or even the Bill Gregg Open. Not even Season 1, the Bill Gregg Open. That was a while ago now. With some good stuff. Very, 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 very good stuff. So, let's see how this game's going to go. Matreiuss, on this map, things change things are very different. It's much harder to do semi-fast mythics because your opponent, if they go heavier on the classical units, they're going to get a lot more value out of their units because it's harder to defend raids. It's harder to make things happen with your army, or easier to make things happen with your army, harder to defend and sit back and get tech. So we'll see how Matreiuss is going to play around this, and we'll see if GrandMonster can pull off some of those disgusting raids. He got a lot of really good raids in that first game, just maybe some poor decision making in terms of choosing to build units instead of teching in that last game did make it very difficult for him to win this game. And we do see this map, the hunt spawns very much in the center of the map, and sometimes you can get really unlucky with things like this. A big fat forest and your walrus in front of it, that's bad. As opposed to GrandMonsters, which is, there's a big fat forest, but the walrus are right next to it, which is a little bit better because you can get your villagers there nice and easily. So we'll see if that's going to matter or not in this game. We've got some relics on the map. We've got the Wedget Eye giving us the myth unit reduction in cost. Actually, huge relic in this matchup. Huge relic because Chimera, Nemean Lions, Frost Giants, even Fire Giants, super important to get this relic here. 270 gold for a Fire Giant. Yes, please. And we've also got the Head of Orpheus. Now, this relic, I used to undervalue this relic. This relic is incredibly good. So what is good about it isn't necessarily the building line of sight for, say, a temple or a sentry tower. It's the building line of sight for walls. The wall building line of sight. So one thing that I kind of realized or found out fairly recently is signal fires doesn't give you 6 line of sight on the walls. Walls have like 2 line of sight or something, super low. And signal fire doesn't give you extra line of sight on the walls. But this relic does, which means you can see a ton of the map by putting a wall up, and you're going to be able to react to raids a lot earlier and get a lot more information out of them that your opponent might not expect you to be able to see from them. So pretty good relic, probably a must grab in every matchup for everyone, except for maybe Atlanteans at this point now, I think. We do see one villager on favor here for Matreiuss, so just going to get the bullets out, not going for anything crazy like centaurs. I don't hate the idea of going centaurs here for the Poseidon against Odin. Odin going to struggle monumentally against the centaur early, though the Valkyrie does a lot of damage if you're not Zeus without the bolt. So you have to work out how to play around that, and then you also get slightly later Sylvan Law because you don't start with the 15 favor or 10 favor or whatever it is. Anyways, onwards and upwards. Hermes on the way. Freya, a little bit later. It looks like Matreiuss has gone for a 415 here instead of the standard 430. In fact, he's gone 415 with Theseus, so it's closer to like a 4-minute advance time. So we'll see how that's going to go for him. He's getting aggressive already. Double stable up. No archery range. We see... Forest fire. He hasn't noticed. Forest fire incoming. Oh, no, never mind. Big fail. Big fail. Oh, that was so cute for a GrandMonster. My God, if he'd done that and the villagers were trapped and then the forest fire comes down, you have to delete the storehouse. So then you get the 50 wood damage that you love from your forest fire and no militia. That would have been the trade-off there. Now the Valkyrie chasing around the Centaur instantly. Exactly what you want to do. The Centaur chilling here needs to maybe just retreat around to the Theseus and get a trade of HP here. Hippolyta missing already. Feels bad. Centaur still going to be chased around. And there we go. And now the Centaur can get that extra bit of damage done. And look, the Valkyrie's already pretty much dead. So Centaur, definitely a possibility here in this matchup for Poseidon. But obviously not what Matreiuss wants to do. He's moving forward with those Hippocon already. We've got those 3 Hersa already out. Villagers up here, with 2 villagers up here gathering, and he's just eating the walrus at home before he's going to have to move out and try and get some hunt in the middle of the map. I wouldn't be surprised to see GrandMonster maybe make some Ulfsark here for a big push into the middle of the map, because it's really, really tough to stop the flood as Poseidon when you're going Hippocon. But we're already seeing Matreiuss taking down the house in the middle of the map here, and the villagers moving up here onto the Elk, getting happy to be in that location there. The army retreating back. We are seeing the medium Hippocons trying to take down the raiding cavalry here, and he does manage to snipe that one there as the Hippolyta and Centaur are doing their due diligence here, hitting everything, making themselves look very, very threatening. This is exactly where he should be fighting, though. And unfortunately, it looks like Matreiuss, he's aware it's there. If he was checking and he understood where he needs to be, and this is a pretty big misplay from Matreiuss here. At this stage of the game, now we're seeing Matreiuss go over there. Okay, nice play. At this stage of the game, you have to be like, where's my opponent gathering resource for? Where can I do damage? Obviously not here. We see the units retreating back here. We can turn around and fight this one. Maybe a forest fire here could be huge. We see the Valkyrie with 40 HP left, 36 HP left. Hippocon can chase that one around with 5.5 speed as well. Now we've got GrandMonster moving up to the top Elk here. Very, very sneaky to move up there. I don't think Matreiuss knows about that one either. And the Valkyrie does fall. If we check this out, Matreiuss' perspective, he's got no idea there's Hunt here. And from what he's spotted on the map, he should know that there are 2 elks, or there are 4 elk spots. So we can see there's an elk spot here, and there's an elk spot here. That means he knows there's 4. If you're gonna be playing at this level, that's what you have to be thinking about. We just see the Hippocon chilling here, gonna get targeted down. Matreiuss should be able to pull this one away, which he does do. I'm going to pull back to his other units, Theseus, Hippolyta, and the rest of the army coming forward. The walls are up, but I'm not exactly sure what these walls are going to accomplish. It does allow the villagers to retreat if Matreiuss notices it, but oftentimes these raiding cavalry are just going to swing in and get the kills regardless, as he does. Yeah, Matreiuss not going to be able to pay attention here. One villager going to be falling, and the other one falling straight away afterwards. So nice play from GrandMonster to get those villager kills. Haven't yet seen Matreiuss get any villager kills here, and that's going to equalize the civilian unit count here. So that's huge for the Norse player. If you can equalize on civilian count as Norse, you're in front on the economy. Now we've got the raiders coming in. They're going to attempt to find something to forest fire here potentially, but it is looking like Matreiuss, with only 2 villagers on wood at this point, going to be fine to not have to do anything really. And we've seen the sentry tower going down as well. There's double gold mine ghost lake, but GrandMonster actually giving Matreiuss an avenue for a gold staff here. This top gold mine, no protection, no sentry tower, no nothing. Matreiuss, let's see how he's going. We've got a little bit of a raid over here. Villagers not really going down. So Matreiuss maybe lost 1. We've got a couple of those medium Hippocon coming in. But Matreiuss doesn't know where the second gold mine in GrandMonster's base is. He doesn't know that this gold mine is the one getting grabbed, and he's not going to realize that that's an option for him here. He does have a Pegasus over here as well that could chill on top of the... that can basically scout for him. He's got a Raven. He's got no excuses here. he's got the Odin map hacks in this game, and he's not utilizing it. Feels bad. And now the Raiders moving forward. We see this the Centaur going to help snipe that raiding cavalry. More raiding cavalry coming back in here. We've got 95 population to 88 population, and Copper Mail just about to pop here. This is going to make this fight such a huge advantage here for Matreiuss as he's taking it, and there is no real possible way for the Raiders to win this fight here with Copper Mail being here. Gives the medium Hippocon so much more effective HP than you're ready for, and that That is classic Matreiuss right there, hitting timings beautifully. Normally, GrandMonster would win that fight in terms of the numbers that were there, but with Copper Mail, completely gives Matreiuss the advantage there. No attempt at, well, actually an attempt at Spirited Charge as well here for Matreiuss. The Dwarves moving over onto this gold mine, and the Pegasus finally going to be making a move to check out what's going on inside of GrandMonster's base. Now we've got the Raiders coming in, going to attempt to snipe some of those straggler units here. There are 6 units here, though, that could be helping out, but now we see the Raiders going after them. Matreiuss not paying attention to them. He's going after these buildings, not where you want to be fighting. That's not where it's at. And now the Pegasus moving around up to the top side. The villagers idle over here for GrandMonster. As he is moving forward, looking for some more raids. We've got the villagers onto the pigs here. It's going to be a tough farm transition with only 3 villagers on wood. And now we see the Hippocon coming, going to attempt to get a villager killed. They're not going to be able to get them. The villagers do move into the sentry tower. Now, Matreiuss has spotted every corner of GrandMonster's base except for where the gold is. So he's got to know where it is. Now we see these units trying to take this fight yet again. The Hippocon with the Copper Mail. It's almost like he can take this fight, especially with Defender's Advantage, getting Spirited Charge very, very shortly as well. Now the Hippocon making a retreat back before turning around, going to take this fight very happily. Copper weapons coming through for Matreiuss as well, and Spirited Charge. Look at this, 12 damage. This is going to go up to something like 13 damage when Spirited Charge comes in. And that's going to be super hard for GrandMonster to deal with. There it goes, 13 damage for these Hippocon. And it's just still not hitting this gold mine, though. It's giving GrandMonster a lot of opportunities here. Lots of idle villagers in Matreiuss's base now, as the raiding cavalry doing tons of damage to his units. Is just not producing from two stables at this point either, as he's fighting on 2 different fronts. But it looks as though his units are doing a nice job. The Centaur is going to fall here, though, as most of the rest of these units are falling as well. Hippolyta and Theseus doing a lot of damage with the help of those armory upgrades. But now it's 63 population to 66 population as GrandMonster has managed to stabilize. And the big problem for Matreiuss here is he's spent all of those resources on army. He's not going to be able to get that tech that he needs to get to the heroic age here. So he needs to get some sort of gold staff, and he just hasn't been hitting the right places. And still, Matreiuss, he knows the gold is here. He sees there's no gold anywhere else in GrandMonster's base, and he's not attacking it. And this is giving GrandMonster such an opportunity here. Villagers moving forward, going to try and get his own elk. He's eating walrus in the middle of the map. Going to be a lot of different positions that he needs to defend. The raiders coming in. He's got a lot coming in onto this location here. And Matreiuss needs to probably think about throwing down maybe a 4th stable or something in order to start really pumping out those Hippocon to keep up with GrandMonster, because Hippocon in the classical age do take 20 seconds to build. And even though they're stronger than the Raiders will win eventually. And we do see that the villagers manage to hold on over here as Matreiuss's Hippocon come in for the rescue. Now GrandMonster continuing this fight, and he's got the numbers advantage here, the 101 population. And this is honestly has to simply be because we've got more military buildings. 5 military buildings for GrandMonster to 3. That's the difference here, and that's why GrandMonster is at 100 population and Matreiuss is only at 85. It's that extra military building or 2. When you see that Matreiuss opted to throw up another Centaur as well to help out. Villagers moving forward, going to attempt to sneak onto the berries, but the raiding cavalry spot this one. Not going to allow that to happen. Ceasefire needs to probably be cast at this point. He needs to cast it because he's got no food income at all, and he's not casting it. He's deciding to take the fire, and this is a really, really bad decision from Matreiuss, because GrandMonster's got the population. Even with the better units, it's not going to matter. As the raiding cavalry just trades so well, and GrandMonster can just continuously pump into this location. The village is falling. It's 35 villages to 50 villages for GrandMonster. GrandMonster with a 15 villager advantage at this point. I don't care who you are. That's enough economy there to take a win off even the best RTS players in the world. So GrandMonster just has to keep this pressure up and make sure that he doesn't get gold star. He's going for that second town center as well. The Raiders still throwing themselves in here. He does have thundering hooves, but no armory upgrades just yet. That would probably be the next step for GrandMonster if he wants to grab the copper mail or something like that. We've got Shaft Mine coming through now for GrandMonster as well. He is in it for the long haul, getting that upgrade and making the gold income become very, very big. But GrandMonster is just more than happy to take these fights with the population advantage. Now hitting back onto this food situation over here. Villagers idle on this location. Still no farm set up at all for Matreiuss with no villagers on wood. And this pressure that GrandMonster is putting on is going to be it, because Matreiuss cannot afford to make units without food economy. He is grabbing the elk over here. He has one half of a 3/4 of a polar bear left. And Matreiuss in the 15th minute of this game does tap out. GG, what a game from GrandMonster, able to hold on when it seemed as though Matreiuss had this game in the bag, getting out copper weapons, copper mail, spirited charge, winning that crucial early fight. But in the end, if you're not attacking where your opponent's weak, you're not going to get that damage done. And that's what happened here. We had a very weak gold mine here. We had a very weak hunt source here. And honestly, scouting. Matreiuss has a Katoskopos. You got to use it. You have to see the entire map. On a map against players of this caliber, you cannot be allowing them to sneak hunt. You cannot be allowing them to get away with having an exposed gold mine here and you having the stronger army. If you do that, they're going to punish you. And GrandMonster does just that, leveling the series 1-1. Move on to game number 3 really shortly. If you guys are enjoying these games, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next